Imagine knowing that your life would end with the return of a comet. Not guessing, not fearing, but calmly saying it out loud 1 year before it happened. This is the true story of Mark Twain, born Samuel Langhorne Clemens, the legendary American writer who believed his life was mysteriously tied to the sky. He once declared, "I came in with Halley's Comet, and I expect to go out with it." What makes that statement chilling is this: he was born in 1835, the exact year Halley's Comet last appeared, and he died in 1910, just 1 day after the comet returned. Coincidence? Or something more poetic than science can explain? Samuel Langhorne Clemens was born on November 30th, 1835, in the small village of Florida, Missouri, United States. Historical birth records confirm the date, though the precise hour was never officially documented. Accounts suggest it was late at night. That same year, Halley's Comet passed close enough to Earth to be visible to the naked eye. The comet, named after English astronomer Edmund Halley, who calculated its 75 to 76-year orbit, had appeared in 1759, 1835, and would next return in 1910. No one could have imagined that the tiny infant born in rural Missouri would grow into one of America's greatest authors, or that his birth year would later become part of an eerie prediction. Under the pen name Mark Twain, Clemens wrote some of the most celebrated works in American literature, including The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. His humor was sharp, his satire fearless, and his reflections on life and death deeply philosophical. By the early 1900s, Twain had endured immense personal tragedy. His daughter Susie Clemens died of spinal meningitis in 1896. His wife, Olivia Langdon Clemens, passed away on June 5, 1904, in Florence, Italy. Financial setbacks from failed investments in the 1890s had nearly ruined him. By 1909, Twain was 73 years old, living at his estate known as Stormfield in Redding, Connecticut. His health was declining, and he was increasingly reflective about mortality. In 1909, during a conversation with his close friend and authorized biographer Albert Bigelow Paine, Twain made the statement that would later shock the world. He said, "I came in with Halley's Comet in 1835. It is coming again next year, and I expect to go out with it." This was not a vague superstition whispered privately. It was recorded and later published by Paine. Twain even added humor to it, suggesting that it would be the greatest disappointment of his life if he didn't die when the comet returned. At the time, many saw it as classic Twain wit, dramatic, clever, but not serious. As 1910 approached, excitement and fear spread globally. Newspapers reported extensively on the return of Halley's Comet. In April 1910, astronomers confirmed its visibility in the night sky. There were even public fears that Earth might pass through poisonous gases in the comet's tail. Special comet pills were sold, and gas masks were marketed out of panic. Meanwhile, at Stormfield in Redding, Connecticut, Twain's health began to deteriorate sharply. He suffered from angina pectoris, a heart condition that had troubled him for years. On April 20th, 1910, Halley's Comet reached its perihelion, its closest point to the Sun during that orbit, making it one of the brightest astronomical events of the year. Then, on April 21st, 1910, at approximately 6:22 p.m., Mark Twain died at age 74 due to a heart attack. He passed away peacefully at Stormfield, surrounded by family. The timing stunned the public. He had died just 1 day after the comet's closest approach to the Sun. Newspapers across the United States and Europe immediately referenced his prediction. The headlines almost wrote themselves. The man born under the comet had died under its return. From a scientific perspective, there is no evidence of supernatural timing. Twain was elderly and in declining health. Statistically, his life expectancy at age 73 in 1909 was limited. Halley's Comet's return was predictable decades in advance thanks to astronomical calculations. Twain understood that if he did not survive to 1910, the poetic symmetry would be lost. His remark may have been more literary than prophetic, a storyteller crafting a final chapter in advance. Yet what makes the story unforgettable is not mystical power, but narrative perfection. He publicly connected his life to a rare celestial event, and the universe seemed to follow his script. Humans are naturally drawn to patterns. When birth and death align with something as rare as a comet that appears only once every 76 years, it feels meaningful. Twain himself often contemplated fate and destiny in his writings. Perhaps he sensed his health fading. Perhaps he simply wanted to give his life a cosmic punctuation mark. Or perhaps, in typical Twain fashion, he blended humor, probability, and drama into one unforgettable statement. Whether coincidence or destiny, the facts remain clear. Born November 30th, 1835, in Florida, Missouri, during the appearance of Halley's Comet. Died April 21st, 1910, in Redding, Connecticut, one day after the comet's closest solar approach. The dates are documented. The quote was recorded. The alignment is real. And now I want to ask you, do you think this was just an old writer making a clever remark about his age? Or was there something poetic, almost cosmic, about the way his life began and ended? If you enjoy real mysteries like this, stories where history feels stranger than fiction, then this channel is made for you. Make sure you subscribe right now to support the channel and help us continue bringing you powerful, true mystery stories every week. Like this video so more people can discover it, and comment below. Coincidence or fate? Your support keeps this journey alive. And trust me, the next mystery might be even more unbelievable.